been up here for nearly 2 months now. Still haven't seen a moose.
Gull Pond, 2 kilometers.
It's been a long day. We're making our way over to Twilling Gate, but we are trying to find a place that we can just pull off and spend the night. We've already skipped one spot. Hey, there's a bunch of people up here. I don't know.
No,
I guess
we're not a
back into there.
Either there or just pull over here. So.
Okay, there we are. So we're both grinning because, you know, being this far out like this, if there'd been nobody here, we would have stayed, but we would have worried a little bit because, you know, you're the only one out here. But with 4 other vans sitting right back over there hunkered down, nah, we're not worried about this one at all. We'll sleep like babies. Well, good morning. Kind of cool here in the low 50s, and it's not even going to make it out of the 50s today here, so that's a change. But you look back over here, all those vans had to be traveling together. They were up and out of here this morning about 7 o'clock. It's a little after 7 now. So they were all here, and isn't that great? You know, you can travel together, find a little place like that to hunker down and spend the night and get up and travel somewhere else. It's the best of all worlds. And things are a little different for us this morning. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, we almost had a fire in our van. We had a lot of smoke. We had the second alternator give up the ghost yesterday, literally poof, and smelling, and it was, everything was melting, and it was, if I hadn't caught it, probably within the next, I don't know, a few minutes, it would have caught on fire, and our trip would be totally different. But as it is, our trip is different now, because as we drive down the road, we have to charge using the generator, which means last night we did a lot of work to minimize how much power we're using overnight, which we haven't had to do that. We usually just, the only thing we do is we turn Dishy off, and then everything else just stays on and it works when you wake up. But now we're having to teach ourselves to turn everything off, including the inverter and everything that runs on electricity, and then get up in the morning and turn everything back on. And it's just a little bit of a training exercise for us. Today, we're gonna head closer, maybe even all the way over to Twilling Gate.
We're here.
Beautiful, isn't it?
This is Long Point Lighthouse.
Yes. Wow. This is just stunning.
It is.
It says dangerous, stay on the trails, but the trail's pretty overgrown, and the point that you get to down there looks like it could be a slippery slope. We'll go. So we're close to the lighthouse, and we're looking for a boondocking spot now.
A little steep.
Brakes don't fail me now.
Really?
And we're going to try to pull up on a couple pretty big boulders to level things out a little bit.
Okay, you're up on it.
It feels better. So I just made Lynn's day. She came out here side of her mouth. What was that out there? That was a whale. We just saw a whale breach right here in the bay. There it is. See it? We look like it's getting ready to snow, don't we?
It feels like it.
It's in the low
It's so
50s
warm.
and the probably wind chill factors in the maybe the upper 30s. I wanted to explain something. We did just see a whale several times. I don't know what kind of photos or videos we're going to get of it, but maybe we'll get something. But
It looks really minute, you know.
yeah, we're a long ways away. If I turn this around and show you our view, you can see out through there. But you know, we're right up on the top of this
But we
ridge.
could hear it. One time it breached and we could hear it.
It blew and it
So-
was something. So yeah, this is hard to be here. This is a boondocking spot in Twillingate that we can see the lighthouse from here, the very tip of it.
Yeah.
And we're up here on this ridge. It is it's hard to believe. And boy, the Ekko just crawled all the way up here to the most difficult spot to get to on this in this area, and we just crawled all the way up here. And now we get to sit out and hope the whales come by again. And pretty cool.
I love this blanket.
It's awesome, isn't it?
It is. It actually snaps up.
Makes like a little
Poncho.
kind of thing, or a sleeping bag if you wanted to use it for that. Are you really that cold though, sweetheart?
I'm not that cold, but it sure does feel good.
You're a grown lady. You can get warm if you want to, can't you? Good morning, dreary day in Newfoundland. How'd we sleep? Well, 30 seconds at a time. Why? Wait a minute. You'll come. Wait a minute. That. Foghorns. But look how beautiful it is. Well, this was another spectacular boondocking spot in Twillingate. We're going to go into town and explore a little bit. But first, I've got to get off of these boulders, and I've got to get off of this little hillside. Turns out it's raining. The restaurant we were going to go to was closed. Turns out we're going to drive to Bonavista. Vista. So we've made it to Bonavista. Vista. At least that's what the sign says. We can't really even see where we are. It's a little soupy outside today.
Coming?
Today we have a lot planned. I'm not sure we'll get to all of it. That's been our theme, is that we tend to plan things, and at first we'd plan 4 or 5 or 6 things in a day and get to 2 of them, and then we'd start planning 3 or 4 and we get to 2 of them. And so,
And then sometimes it rains, you don't get to any of them. So, or you don't get to do any of them. We get here, we just don't get to do
and
them.
it's hard to pick out just 2 things to do. I think we have 3 picked out for today. We go to the Bonavista Lighthouse, and then the next stop, you can see puffins from here. And
Hopefully.
Hopefully, if that happens,
that's one on my bucket list.
That's her taking photos of puffins. Yep. If we can make that happen, I'll be good. So
we got some other things planned, but we won't say what it is because we don't know if we'll get there.
That's true. Let's leave this spot. This was a great spot, wasn't it? Like you said yesterday, it's a little noisy right here at the road. I don't know where all these friggin' people are going on this road. There's nothing up here.
Both businesses on either side were there.
You know, there's nothing up here except the lighthouse, but until, 11 or 11:30 last night, cars just kept buzzing by here, so I don't know where they were going. But so this spot over there is pretty typical of what you'll find up here. Just find a little grassy area and pull off and spend the night. There it is. Isn't it? It's cool, isn't it? It's like they made the entire house the lighthouse.
Yeah. 2-story, I guess, maybe 4 with the light on top.
And I'm always having to clean my glasses. And if you wear glasses, you understand that. What do you think of the lighthouse?
Oh, I think it was beautiful. I love walking around. You notice that we don't ever go up in the lighthouses, and there's a reason for that. I'm a little claustrophobic, and
we're tightwads.
Maybe a little bit.
Starting to rain again. One of the locals said out of 365 days, they estimate they have rain at least sometime during the day, 300 days out of those 365. And a lot of times that rain is in the form of snow and ice. But our next stop is one that we hope will make both of us really, really happy. It's the Puffin viewing site at Ellinston. So let's head there. We're only about 13 kilometers away from there.
Destination will be on the left.
Whether we see puffins or not, this walk out here is pretty awesome. But when you get your hopes up and your expectations up to see puffins, and well, it's easy to be disappointed if you don't. So knowing us, we'll keep walking until we see them or we get wet.
Here comes a puffin.
Okay, you have to do a puffin dance for us. That's a pretty good happy dance there. Well, I did see a puffin today. Thank you.
Oh, you'll see them out there.
Okay, good.
They're just
Good.
tinier.
They're what?
They're tinier.
They're not as big as her?
No.
Started raining just a little bit while we're out here, but I think we're just going to stay. This is has to be one of the top 10 most spectacular things we've ever seen. I'm not sure how I'm going to ever get Lynn to leave this spot. Just a few clips back, I got a seagull chasing one off and holding on to it and dropping it into the water. Wow. Success.
It was awesome.
They're very small, aren't they?
They
They're
are very, very
small,
little.
But such a...
Having the camera really helps. Binoculars would really help, but I kind of use the camera
as binoculars. This is something to do.
Yeah, this is definitely
This is it right here.
top on our list.
Yeah, for sure.